Alright guys, we got some Martial Mind for you guys, man. Martial Mind is the biggest UFC 5 content creator in the community right now. He dropped a video called UFC 5 is the problem, not me. We're gonna see what this video is talking about, but before we get into this video, like the video, subscribe. Please, just do it for me, man. Do it. But before we also get into the video, let me get a couple of things off my chest about UFC 5. How this game is such bullshit. Hold on, let me take off my headphones when I talk to you guys. This is how UFC 5 is such bullshit. Oh my gosh. There's been moments where I've sliced this guy up with elbows constantly. Daggering him up. The doctor doesn't stop the fight. There's no way after me making him bleed into a pulp, he should have the strength of the Incredible Hulk to knock me out. There's another thing that's wrong with the game. The stamina use. Oh, don't get me started, man. I promise you, I'm kneeing these motherfuckers. You'll think it's a dance routine. Bam! 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 Real life kneeing them. And they're not losing stam whatsoever. Guys, my main attack involves the knee and the elbow. Yes, I'm one of these type of fighters. And I don't spam it. I don't just knee elbow spam. No, I kind of throw the knee, get out of there. You know what I'm saying? You want to come in the pocket, you think I'm throwing a knee? Throw an elbow, get out of there. Throw a jab, you know what I'm saying? I'm that type of fighter. This is very pivotal in my game. So UFC 5, they basically nerfed me. Guys, I haven't been able to get out of Division 10 ever since. Ever since. UFC 5 nerfed me. I'm talking about I was a UFC 4 monster. There's a lot of things that they need to fix about that game right there. Another thing, the roster. I promise you, the roster is such bullshit. The roster is bullshit. You need to fix the roster, man. There's no way that we still don't have the Ian Garys of the world. And I hear that they are bringing him out. But I mean, he's supposed to be there at launch. You know what I'm saying? WWE has their new fighters in every year. Gunther. You got all the Imperium squad. You got all these guys. Samoa Joe. Not Samoa Joe. The Uso cousin. The one with the Samoan spike. You know what I'm saying? All these guys are on the game. Why isn't my fighters on the game? This is also puzzling to me, man. I want to fight with Drew Dober. You know what I'm saying? I want to fight with who's in the top 15 I can think of. You know, they have Arman Tsarukyan, but they made him bad in this game. It's a lot of fighters we're missing, basically, guys. I mean, we could go down the list. Right now, it's a blank and on who the fighters that are missing right now. They made Curtis Blade bad, by the way. That's a whole nother story for another day, man. It's a lot of things in the submission game. Such bullshit. I said last year's submission game was better. Everybody was getting on me for that shit. Seems like I'm the right guy, right? Okay. Like the video, subscribe. Let's get into what Martial Mind is saying.
Me. There are so many things this game doesn't tell you about stand-up and ground game. Like, why can they interrupt my punches, but I can't interrupt theirs? Why can't...
His voice doesn't match his face whatsoever. Oh my gosh. That is absolutely crazy. Does he actually talk in person like this? That's not normal.
I sway when they hit me? Why are my combos slow? Why when I try to
I
fake
can't
a
really
transition,
talk, man.
they
My
can
sound
deny
isn't
it
normal
anyway and
either.
take my stamina down? And also, how the F can I tell what type of punch or kick a fighter is going to throw when there are hundreds of possible combinations?
That was a real comment that was left on my channel today, and I'm gonna try my best to answer your questions one by one.
Why can they interrupt my punches, but I can't interrupt theirs?
Well, you can. And the fact that they can interrupt your punches should tell you that you also can interrupt their punches, considering the fact that you're playing the same game. The problem is that your timing is off. For you to be able to interrupt someone, you have to get to them before they get to you. And the same thing applies to the game.
Nah, that shit is bullshit. That shit is bullshit. That shit is bullshit. I promise you. Guys, I play undisputed boxing. I am a monster. I got hands. I know I ain't tripping. I know how to work a jab. I know how to throw a straight. I know how to throw a hook, an uppercut. That's inaccurate. No, these motherfuckers will hit you from 40 yards away and connect like it's nothing. Have you ever seen a toe literally graze your nose and they dazes you? Oh, no, that shit doesn't work.
Time.
Sorry.
Then of course, they're going to be interrupting your punches. So you have to work on your timing. You got to get to a point where you're hitting your opponent before they hit you. And you also have to keep in mind that not every single punch is going to be good for interrupting people or intercepting people. For example, if your opponent is halfway through a hook animation and you try to jab them, you might not be able to interrupt them because, once again, they're halfway through the animation of the hook. But if they are halfway through the animation of the hook, or they're close to the beginning of the animation of the hook, and you land a cross, you might be able to interrupt them because, one, the cross is a very good intercepting weapon, and you hit them early enough in their animation to force an interruption. So you need to try.
Like, he's right about it, but that isn't. It's not consistent, you know.
When are opponents interrupting your punches? If you're throwing a forward moving overhand punch and your opponent is throwing a stationary cross, most likely they're going to interrupt you with your punch.
All right, let's get to the next one.
Or you punches. Pocket, use stationary punches. Or your move strikes will have these things that I just told you today. And now this one I definitely have a problem with as well, but let me explain what's happening. There's something called a hit stun, all right? When you get hit clean, a stun happens for a duration of time. And in that time, you can't move. You can't walk, you can't strike your opponent back, you can't lunge, you can't do anything. And part of the actions that you can't take during the duration of that stun is you can't move your head. You can't do anything defensive like that. Now, this leads to a few issues. One being that when you're blocking and the opponent gets through your block, you're actually unable to move your head at all. So you'll be holding block and the opponent will tee off into your block and you're unable to move your head. I brought up this concern to them before.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm talking about you can put a guy in a absolute blender. I'm talking about you can throw leg kicks, damage his legs. I'm talking about his kneecaps could be shattered. You can go ahead and damage his head while you at it. As soon as you're stunned, he can block break you. He can 1-2 and throw the head kick like I didn't do anything at all. Like, if I'm throwing a bevy of leg kicks, this should make you move, like, differently. These guys don't, like, I'm telling you, it's not only the block, you can keep the block break. You can keep that. That's not a flaw in the game. You can keep that in the game. I don't think it's a flaw. But if you're damaging this motherfucker, you're going ahead and throwing 1,000 leg kicks in this game. His leg, he shouldn't even be able to walk. And this guy's able to finish you with a head kick after block breaking? That's the flaw. That's what I had with the game. The block breaking, it's fine. You can throw 1,000 hooks to try to block break me. That's cool. It's, nigga, did I hurt you? How are you still hurt? How are you still hurting me this bad? I just depleted half your the stamina bar. Keep in mind, round 5, he's gonna have the stamina bar like he's in round 1. That shit is crazy. Especially if you're using like a Tony Ferguson, a high stam player. You're gonna have full stamina the whole fight. Literally 5 rounds, 7 rounds, 10 rounds. He's gonna have full stam. It's not one fight where I had my opponent in a real depletion in stam. It's not one fight.
Told him that this is a problem and it's leading to the game feeling very unresponsive because you're holding block, the opponent is hitting your block over and over again and getting through your block. You're trying to move your head, but your fighter is stuck not moving your head, and it feels like the game is not responding. But what's happening there is your fighter is just stunned, and according to them, removing that stun and allowing head movement during that stun would actually break the game completely. It was a very complicated conversation. I can't get into everything, but that know exactly what is happening. The one solution that we might see moving forward in the future is a small recovery of the block meter while you're being hit to actually allow you to move your head. It's sort of a band-aid fix that they've talked about, and I don't know when we're going to see that, but I think that would definitely help things a lot. So just keep that in mind.
Absolute bullshit way to fix it.
Fine, all right? When you're getting hit and you're unable to move your head, the reason for that is because the game keeps you stunned. And during that hit stun, unfortunately, you can't do anything.
Why are my combos slow?
My guess for this one is that you're not inputting the combinations as fast as you can. You have to keep in mind that in UFC 5, the combinations are actually queued. So if you're pressing the combinations like 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, it's going to be slow, right? If you want to throw a fast combination, it has to be entered quickly. It has to be boom, 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 like that. So you got to enter it fast because the combinations are queued. That's how the combos will come out quickly. So you got to know what combination you...
I mean, the combos aren't too bad in the game. It's not really much of a flaw, I would say. The combos ain't bad.
Stamina down.
Well, because it's possible for regular fakes to be denied in UFC 5. It was designed exactly that way. Now, of course, there is such a thing as undeniable fakes, which a lot of high-level players are able to do. That is a completely different topic for a different day. I can show you guys how to do that. But regular fakes in UFC 5 are meant to be denied, especially if your opponent knows exactly what they're doing, if they have a really quick reaction time, and also if you're doing them incorrectly. You got to ask yourself, are you performing the fakes correctly, right? So when you go to fake, it is a flick and block. Flick, block. You pick where you want to fake, flick, and immediately hold block. You got to do it quickly. If you don't do it quickly, the transition will continue, your opponent will read it, and they will easily deny it, all right? So go back into practice mode, practice those fakes, move as fast as you can with the fakes, and hold block.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you hold block with it. To be honest, the way I did it, I click down and click back up. Click down, up, click down, up, down, up, down, up. You know, I didn't know you hold the block, you know?
And normally, opponents don't deny them because they're really, really quick. But again, it is possible to be denied, all right? It's not impossible. And yes, when it does get denied, you're going to lose a small bit of short-term stamina. But yeah, go into practice mode, practice those transition fakes, make sure you're doing them properly, and then so that you know exactly which ones I'm talking about.
And also, how the F can I tell what type of punch or...
I mean, for the most part, all these questions are for bots that are brand new to the game. Oh yeah, all these questions are for bots that are like brand new to the game for the most parts. Yeah, they're bots. You know, we got the memo on what it is. Oh, what the block break, this and that. No, fix the game. It's the bullshit in the game. The stamina, all that extra shit is crazy. And by the way, you know what? I already said my piece on what's wrong with the game. Let's get on another topic, man. What's up with these YouTubers ducking my smoke? I promise you, I've called out all your favorite YouTubers in a UFC 5 fight. I don't know if they think I'm clout chasing. Maybe that just might be the case. They might feel like I'm clout chasing. But guys, I'm done calling out your favorite YouTubers because they're scared. They're ducking. They're ducking. It's that simple, man. Oh, man, I can go ahead and start off, and you know what, if you guys want to see that, and if you guys made it this far in the video, some of you fuckers don't even make it this far in the video. Fuck you, by the way. You know what, I'll drop the names on who's been ducking me. I'll drop it. You know what I'm saying? I'll drop it. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Let me know what's the problem with UFC 5. Guys, like the video, subscribe to my video. Also, fuck with Martial Mind. Like his video, subscribe to his channel. He basically made the videos. This video is for the bots of UFC 5. Like, if you're a bot, this is the type of video you might want to watch. But if you're a pro UFC 5 player like me, you know, some things don't really apply to you. You know what I'm saying? Guys, by the way, don't you steal my watch later song requests, dog. Let me hide that from y'all, man. Some of y'all be stealing my sauce, stealing my music taste, and don't tell me I put you on. It's another story for another day, man. I'm getting off topic. All in all, guys, like the videos, man. Subscribe. It's your boy Fetti, and I'm out.